Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Bill here. It's my Friday, so I'm cool. The week went pretty good. Went quick, very quick. Not gonna lie. Most of the week, at night when I'm trying to sleep, I don't know why, but I've just been like worried, stressing for no reason. There's nothing wrong. I just, for some reason, just been stressing out and worrying and just, about, well, I know what it is I'm thinking too much about the future. And it just makes me worry and stress when there's, the future's not even here. I don't know really what the future's going to be. I'm just thinking about it and it stresses me out. I do miss my mom, but at the same time, she's got her own life, right? I'm sure she wouldn't want her son to, worry and stress about her. So, I need to not do that just because I shouldn't be doing that, but I do. And there's just things I don't need to be worrying about, and I just do for some reason. I don't know why. I can't shut it off. So I've been having a lot of worrying and stressing for no reason, apparently. Most of the week, mostly at night when I'm trying to sleep. And it's causing me to get not very good sleep half the week. And it sucks. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing that's really bothering me. I'm trying to think. And the only thing I can come up with is just my isolation. It just, my isolation and my sobriety just leaves me, there to just think about everything. I'm not numbing myself. I've got no one really to talk to. I don't want to call anybody and start, telling them on the phone what I'm worried about, because people got their lives. I don't want to bother them with my worrying, right? Unless they come over and they want to talk, or I go over to someone's house, but that never happens. So I'm just left there with my thoughts, no vices, no elixirs, nothing to numb myself from my own self. So, but I think the way it is the best, because I'm actually forced to deal with my own thoughts and my own worries, my own stresses, and nothing to impair me from them. Okay? And I think that's the best, because I'm actually dealing with my own issues, right? So, when it's all said and done, I've got nothing to be stressing about, really. That's not out of the ordinary. All the things I worry about and stress about are the same things everybody else worries about and stresses about. No different. Everybody misses their mom. Everybody misses their dad. Everybody misses people. Everybody, most people don't want to go to work. Most people have issues at work. Most people have everyday stresses, so I guess it's just normal, right? It's just normal. Some people choose to go head on with everyday normal worries and stresses like me, what I'm doing. And and some people choose to deal with stresses and everyday stresses and worries with a little help, like I used to. Okay? So, there's that. But I actually feel good today, even though I got kind of disruptive sleep, but that's okay. I still slept pretty good, had some weird dreams. Very, very weird dreams. So I got up, my normal, got the coffee going, got the oatmeal going, had my coffee, watching a little news, and, just a lot of just dumb shit going on in this world that's just unreal. Like, I'm watching the news and there's this, those big cargo ships, right? They carry all those containers. So anyways, there's this one, big one, huge one, from China, docks over at freaking Long Beach, docks there for like shipping docks, right? For commercial ships that have shipments from other countries. So anyways, for some reason, the containers on them, these are big, full, heavy containers. This thing is docked, and for some reason, these containers start falling off this ship, okay? And landing in the ocean in the dock, in the dock there. So you got all this big mess with everybody's stuff that's going to Costco, stuff that's going to all these, retail commercial places, right? Most of it from China. They said it on the news. So anyways, it's all falling in the ocean. And it's probably all because one person didn't secure or load one container properly. And now we got millions, maybe even billions of dollars worth of product sinking in the ocean in containers, okay? And to boot, that shipping boat, that big ship that's holding all these containers, it cost $1 million a day to dock there, and no telling how long it's going to take them to get those containers out of the water and get them back either on the land or the ship properly, so they don't fall again or make other ones fall. What a mess, dude. What a freaking mess. Probably because one person didn't do their job right. And how dumb to have a shipping method where something like that can happen in the first place, right? How dumb. They're lucky nobody got killed, So I'm sitting there watching that, and I'm just shaking my head, just going, oh, unreal. Well, I guess my worries are nothing compared to someone's having a bad day, okay, out there. Because whoever's dealing with that, that's not a good situation. Speaking of situations, France, I'm watching the news, of course, the toxic ass news. Toxic, dude. Anyways, I'm watching the news, and like France has these massive protests going on. I don't even know what for. But I'm sitting here looking at France, and it's looking bad over there, dude. It's looking really bad. I don't even know what they're protesting. I suppose they're probably protesting. It's probably the left, their left, protesting against some BS, just like it happens here. But over there, it's a bad protest where they're like clashing with the police, like in big numbers. And I'm just thinking, yep, that's how these times are going, man, because we're having it here, they're having it there, they're having it in England, Australia. It's just popping off everywhere, and it's just, it's a sign of the times, and it's not just America. It's just these days we're living in, man. We're in this weird era, right, where we're going from the old ways into the new technology ways, and everything's been inflated to the max where people are just freaking losing it. People are no longer able to just get by anymore. People are losing it because people are simply just tapped out. People are losing their shit, man, literally, and they're taking it to the streets, man. And usually if it starts in England or places like that, France, it's gonna come here next. Okay, America's next. So it's these times we're living in. So I get your popcorn, get your beer, get your soda, get ready for the show, because I think it's coming, man. I mean, what we've seen here in this country is nothing compared to what's about to come in the future. Unless whatever Trump's doing, unless what he's doing starts actually working, then we'll be fine. But I just don't see all these Trump haters just laying over and giving up. I just don't see it. I think shit's gonna start getting crazy, and we're gonna see some more BS from the left. And then I'm sitting there still watching the news. Sorry. And then there's this idiot, this low-life idiot. I don't know if he's from Mexico or Nigeria. He was a dark-skinned dude going around. It's LA, going around, and just popping cars' tires with a knife. And then he's going around with the freaking gas can and dousing cars and lighting them on fire, and then just bouncing. And he's doing all this damage to these cars for no reason, just because he's a freaking idiot that is, just psychotic. And he's going around doing all this damage to people's cars, just sitting there, And I'm just sitting there thinking, yep, there you go. These are the times we're living in. And then it got me thinking, like, man, one guy pissed off and that is just done. He's just losing his shit, right? Can do that much damage. Think how if just lots of people started losing their shit like that, especially in the cities, they could literally bring the cities to a military lockdown pretty quick. It wouldn't take much for military to come in, shut everything down, and lock down the streets. And that's, how it's going to be if people are going to keep just trying to burn everything down and destroy everything. It wouldn't take a lot of people to get to that point, really. Look at this guy. Freaking stud. That's how I want my body to look, like that dude's. Freaking lean and mean, dude. Anyways, I'm just sitting there looking at this, just going, man, one guy can terrorize so many people just by doing that. Imagine what, like, with the internet, how people, if they wanted to plan, like, mass disruption in cities and stuff, using the internet and destructive behavior like that guy was doing, man, they could wreak so much havoc in our cities, man, and it would cause so much lockdown and havoc and chaos. It wouldn't take much to cause a lot of chaos, man, and to really disrupt shit, man. I'm just sitting there going, man, our societies, we're really fragile, man. I mean, we are walking on literally thin ice these days. And I'm not trying to be a fearmonger here. I'm just saying what I'm feeling as I'm watching the news here. And shit's just like, everything is just so tapped out, man. And people are just losing it. And it's just, what do you expect? What do people expect, man? Just for bullshit to keep going on forever and people just tolerate it? No, people are going to start losing their shit, man. Especially when they ain't got nothing to lose, People are getting there, man. They ain't got nothing to lose. They're snapping they're gonna just try to burn everything down. They're taking everything down with them. A lot of people have that mentality. Fuck everything. If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. That's their mentality. And it might start happening. So, if you can even get popcorn in the future, get your popcorn and beer and soda, and all you can really do is just enjoy the show and just hope it doesn't get on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get no one freaked out, but I'm just saying how it made me feel. You know what I mean? But, and it's just a lot of, that's what the news does to me, okay? When I start watching the news, it starts to get me thinking like that. And that's that whole like worrying for nothing, but maybe it isn't for nothing. I don't know. Man, it's so nice out right now. Would you just look at this? Minus the van. Look at this, man. The sun coming through. Yeah. Isn't that a sight? I just love it. It's so nice out this morning. I'm done freaking out, okay? I'm cool. I gotta go to work. I need to calm down. I'm gonna start losing my shit if I keep thinking like that. So anyways, I don't see my homies anywhere. Nope. Oh wait. Yep, there's one over there. He heard me. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I don't want this to be a 9.5 hour long video. So it's my Friday. Yay. It's nice and cool. I feel good. I feel pretty good. So I hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday. Stay tuned for whatevs. And we'll check you later. See ya.